All right, welcome back to the Mark and Mike show. It's been a couple weeks, but we're back. We had to take a little time, get a couple things going for you guys, and I'm really excited about tonight's show. So yeah, without further ado, um, we got a pretty special guest. It's gonna be a good time. So yeah, no, Mike, how are you doing tonight?
Tonight we're good. I'm full on seafood and Dole Whip and like soft serve. Um, yeah, I'm in St. Augustine, Florida on vacation, having a great time in sunny Florida, um, enjoying the beach. It's been a great week, just hanging out with my family. So yeah, I'm having a good time. If y'all don't know what Dole Whip is, it's like the best soft serve you've ever had. It's pineapple flavored. I love pineapple, so just a little fun fact. But yeah, I'm doing really well. How was your week, Mark?
You know what? It was good. Got to go to the beach. Got to be up at Lake Michigan, so it was a good time. But no, actually, the vacation thing, Mike, that leads me to one of my first questions of the night for you. You know, it's always you're going out to the beach. You're at the lake. You're it's summer. You know, it's a struggle. What shoe are you wearing? This is kind of a big thing. My family's always talking about it. So, Mike, what's your favorite summer shoe? I know I put a poll on the Twitter, didn't get a whole lot of responses, but I'd like to hear your opinion on this.
Oh, my favorite summer shoe. Okay, so I normally like to just walk around in my running shoes like for everything. Like for class, I've sometimes gone to like I don't know, this is kind of bad, but I go to church sometimes in my running shoes. I run in my running shoes. But I guess very summer specific is just like your classic sandal, like a leather sandal. Um, I really like just strapping those on, um, and then walking to the beach. I lost my flip flops, so all I have right now are the sandals, which I mean I'm kind of okay with. We'll see
Yeah,
how long they hold up in the salt water and the chlorine from the pool. But yeah, I think just a very classic sandal.
okay, yeah, I feel like, you know what, I could definitely see that for you, Mike. Me personally, I don't know. It's been interesting, as a child. It was definitely like you're saying, the classic sandal. Um, Then it became the Croc. Can't go wrong with the Croc as a kid. Few things are better. You go into sport mode and it's like that's a game changer. Honestly, I've never been a never been a fan of flip flops. They're just too loose on the foot. You can't run around in those. So no. But you know what's been growing on me recently is the Birkenstock. Funny story. 2 years ago, my brother and I are moving out of the dorms, and people just they leave stuff, and there ends up being a large pile of discarded items. We were one of the last people to move out, so we're just kind of looking through, and well, you see, my brother found some pretty nice cast off Birkenstocks, so I've been sporting those this summer. Pretty comfortable, free. I mean, can't go wrong, honestly. Don't know why you would have gotten rid of those, but so I think that's where I'm at right now, with the whole summer shoe question. But no, I respect the sandal for sure. Um, so another thing I was thinking about, put it on the Twitter, uh, Mario Kart. Honestly, something where you really I think Mario Kart personifies a lot here, because it's like in school everyone's like, oh, you're supposed to work hard, your job, you want to work hard or whatever, but it's like really no one's working as hard as they are in Mario Kart. Like Mario Kart, you're trying to get all the characters, you're trying to get all the courses. There's so many things to unlock, you're playing that. You're putting hours into that, like laser focused. It's like. So anyway, I was gonna say, if you have any Mario Kart experiences or any other like things that you really really focus on but aren't like what would typically be considered.
Oh yeah, no, Mario Kart for sure. Like I think I grew up with Mario Kart. Like um my parents taught me from a young age to always give it your all, and I'd race my dad in Mario Kart. He'd be like, you gotta put all your effort into this race, right? And yeah, we started with the GameCube version.
Quality, absolutely
Yeah,
quality.
great. I think it was Mario Kart 7, was it? Maybe it
I
was
don't even know.
one of the
You got
earlier ones.
the you got the Double Dash version. That
Yeah,
that was the
it's Double
version
Dash.
that we had.
Yeah, and Double Dash, I mean, that was pretty lit. I like the Double Dash. And then, man, I think they really outdid themselves with the Wii version, like Mario Kart Wii. That one was really great. And yeah, just a lot more characters to unlock and stuff.
Very true, yeah. We
And
never had
then,
that version, but played at a friend's house. Ooh, that was a good one.
yeah. And then what was cool about that one is that my brother actually found something online. It was like this download that you could get for your Wii that was like 100 some courses that just people had made on their own for free and compiled into this one big thing. And there was versions of like the DS Mario Kart like courses that were on there. There was ones that were like completely random that people just made, but people took the time to like write the code
Wow.
for all these different courses. Yeah, and it was just really incredible. And we downloaded it, and it looks really sketchy because you go to your home screen in the Wii, and there's like a section for mail. There's like a little mail corner, and then you can go to like letters that they have or whatever, and you go to the download that the Mario Kart game was in, um, and it's just this picture of a bomb. And it's like, oh man, I don't know if I feel good about opening this. um, but we opened it up, and it actually is pretty cool.
No, that's a good time. So I think this is a great time to bring in our special guest for tonight. So our guest tonight is Easton. He's one of our good friends, and he's a bit of a Mario Kart player himself. Easton, like what version of Mario Kart you sporting these days? What you playing?
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for having me, Mark and Mike. Yeah, so I grew up on the Wii, and I remember
Love it.
For Christmas one year, my dad got us the steering wheels with the Mario Kart.
Yes.
So we had the actual steering wheels to play with, and I remember spending so many hours trying to get the gold trophy on every single Grand Prix.
Oh, you have to. I mean, plus the steering wheel, I feel like it makes you more serious about it. It's like I have the steering wheel. I should be good. I should be better.
Mm-hmm. It's your first little taste of driving before you can actually get behind a car, and it was amazing.
Yeah, no, that's good. I like I said, we never had the Wii version, but whenever we go to one of my friends' houses, like we're playing Mario Kart. Like they got the Wii version, they got the steering wheels. It's like we're getting serious now. But yeah, no. Recently, I've been playing the new version on the Switch, and it's really fun. Although I don't know, it's been kind of interesting. There hasn't really been a ton to unlock as far as I know. Maybe I just don't know, but like it seems like most of the characters were already there for you. So I don't know. I felt like that was kind of lame. Could have been, like the challenge of unlocking stuff is makes it more fun. But so yeah, I don't know if any of you guys listening out there, you got that childhood game, whether it's Mario Kart or something else. Let us know on the Twitter. It's the at the Mike the Mark and Mike show on Twitter. And yeah, I'd love to hear about the childhood games. I'm sure there's some more out there. So yeah, let us know. It's, man, many hours were spent, playing that game.
Yeah.
Good times.
Oh yeah. Did you ever do the battle stages in Double Dash?
Yeah, I did. I like those battle courses actually. But I've been playing the battle courses on the Switch, and honestly, it's a little overwhelming. They're really big. Um, the battle courses on the GameCube, oh boy, it's like you're in the battle. You are in the
That is
heat of
like
the
Hunger Games cornucopia right there.
100%.
Yeah, I remember the ones on the Wii. There was a couple of them where you could fall off the map, and it was like holes like within the map, and you just get frustrated and everything. But the battle maps, those are kind of a hidden gem in the Mario Kart games.
Yeah, no, I agree. So yeah, no, those are good. Honestly, my favorite was the was like the balloon game where you gotta like knock out the other person's balloons.
Yeah,
That
get
was
the
always a good.
balloons.
Yeah, best is when you stole a balloon from the
Yeah.
other person.
You had to get a mushroom and like zoom into them really hard.
Yeah. And then it's like when you get your balloon taken, it's just the most frustrating thing. It's
Oh yeah.
terrible. So yeah, no. Good times. I've been thinking a lot about the things we did as kids that we just got so into and like we're so excited about. It's really
I think when we got our Wii I think I was like 7. I think I cried. Like we got it for Christmas. I like cried because everyone had a Wii and it was like the newest cool thing, and I was so excited.
Yeah, no, I can relate to that. I was really excited when we got the Wii. I think how we got our Wii was like we really wanted it, so we had to save up our money and buy it, and then it's like we finally bought it, and it was like the coolest thing ever. Wii Sports was so cool. It's like you crack open the box and you're like, this is the sweetest thing of all time. It's like I can move my arm and I'm hitting like playing baseball, like playing tennis. It's crazy. So I remember. I mean, I don't know if I quite went to tears, but it was close. Like back in the day when the Wii was unboxed in the Boric household, it was a great day for sure. Wow. Man, good times. Yeah, no, and yeah, Wii Sports was fun. Wii Sports Resort, that was a great game. We got that game. I don't even remember. It was a lot later than we got the Wii, but it
Well, it didn't
really,
come out right away. It had to give
yeah.
a few years.
Yeah, you got your classic well, the one we would always play is the island flyover. We played that for hours. It's like trying to collect all the little
All the interest points.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was good. I think
And
I
you
think
could
I
fly to
eventually,
the other island.
yeah, it was sweet. Like there was the map was pretty big, and I remember I collected all 50, and the prize at the end was like really lame, and it was kind of a letdown.
No, yeah, they showed your character. They got their own little house.
Yeah, yeah. It's like what even is this? This is so not what I was expecting. But needless to say, many hours put in that game. That game, Wii Sports Resort, Wii Sports, just the regular Wii Sports, and the other one that I played a lot was Wii Play. Did you ever play the Tanks game on Wii Play?
Yes. Me and my best friend from high school, we used to like have parties or slumber parties and stuff, and he'd come over to my house and we'd stay up all night trying to like get through all the levels.
Dude,
We only
it's
did like
so
once
hard.
or twice, but it was
Dude,
so much fun.
wait, you made it through all the levels?
Only once.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
At
No,
the
that's
end, like
wild.
the tanks are invisible, and all you can see is like their tracks.
Dude, what? Okay, here's the thing. So like my roommate so I live in a house, right? And it's like me and my roommate, he brought his Wii to the house, and one night we just stayed up. I don't even know. We played tanks for like 5 hours, and it's like we kept getting to like round 10 or like round 15 and then dying. Oh my gosh, it was so frustrating. So I am extremely impressed that you guys made it through the whole thing, because we did not come close.
Yeah, there's like 20 levels, and it
Dang,
took
okay.
us so many hours.
Oh yeah, I can imagine, because it's like one slip up and you got to do the whole thing again. It's brutal. No, we weren't that far off then. I think we made it to level 15, so we weren't too far off, but still, it was a challenge. It was a challenge, and it's like you end up doing the first like 1 or 2 levels like 100 times.
Yes.
Well,
Did
it's
either
even
of you
harder.
guys?
Oh, go ahead,
Sorry.
Easton.
Go ahead.
Did either of you guys have the Wii Fit board?
Oh yeah.
That was one of my favorite things.
Oh
was
yeah.
that
No.
board. And, like the hula hoop one, where you had to like shake your hips like you did the hula hoop, and like lean and try to get the hula hoops getting tossed to you.
Yeah, I was never good at that. I don't know why. I think like part of it is that in real life I can't hula hoop, so it translated to the Wii Fit board. Like I don't know. I can't do it. I've tried, and I just can't do it. It's just not there. It's not a skill that I have. So that would translate to the Wii board, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. I have to. If I can do it on the Wii balance board, I can do it in real life. And it's like I couldn't really do it on the balance board, so I couldn't really do it. I just had to give up. Now I just accept the fact I can't hula hoop. But you move on. No, the ski jump game on there, that was a good one. It's kind of funny because, so I guess, I don't know, our Wii broke or something, so we ended up buying a new console like 2 years ago. So all the records that I had set, or when, like back when I actually played the games, and I set like all the records or whatever, they're all gone now. And so my little brother goes in and he's like, "Oh, look, I set the record." It's like, not even. It's like, no, you don't understand.
No.
I worked really hard for that one. Just wiped away. All right. So, and then it resets you, with the new Wii, it's like you're back down to, you lose your pro status in bowling on Wii Sports. It's like, you lose all the accolades that you had brought in over the time you had the Wii, but I'm not upset about it, as you can tell.
Not at all.
So yeah, so all right, we're gonna move into we promised you guys the top 10 songs of the summer list. So we're gonna talk about it a little bit. I don't know how much of the songs we can actually play just because of copyright, since this will be on YouTube. But I think how we're going to do this is Mike's going to list his top 5 songs of the summer. And then I'm going to list mine. And Easton's going to talk. Easton's going to discuss with us. Yeah, and then in the later segment, we're going to have Easton reveal some of his top songs of the summer. But we'll give you some time to think about that, since I just sprung that on him. So you're definitely gonna want to stick around for that. But no, before we start, honestly, Easton and I have been sending music back and forth all summer. So I'm really excited for this segment. So to kick it off, I'll start. I listed a couple songs. But I think how we should do it, Mike, is we do. I'll go 5, 4, 3, 2. I'll go 5. You go 5, and then we go 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
So here we go. My number 5 song of the summer, absolutely has to be "Summer Girl." It's by Ian Hugel. Don't know if that's right, but it'll be on the Spotify playlist that we're gonna put out there. So we're gonna take all these songs and we're gonna make a little Spotify playlist for you guys. So if you want to listen to it, but "Summer Girl," it's got a great little rhythm, and it gets that summer feel, and It's what you're looking for in the summer. It's a chill song. It's got a nice little beat, and it's good. So that's my number 5, Summer Girl.
Nice. Yeah, and definitely fits the season of the summer with that name. Imagine that'd be a pretty relevant song. Yeah, my number 5, Higher Love, Kygo and Whitney Houston. So I really liked this song. It's a remix of an older song that was just Whitney Houston. And Kygo kind of came in and shook things up a little bit with some fresh beats. Um, and I guess it's number 5 for me just because it was already there. It's kind of an older song because it was
Right.
Houston, but then Kygo came and kind of gets all the credit for it because he did the remix with the beat. But I really thought it was creative and it brought something new to a song people already liked. So Higher Love.
Yeah, no, it's a solid one. Honorable mention. This is a song Mike shared with me a couple weeks ago. Speaking of remixes, is the trap version of the Fairly Odd Parents theme song. You might not expect it to be that good, but actually, it might have been better than the original theme song. So that's an honorable mention right there. But yeah, no,
slide that one onto the Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, we can definitely do that. But so moving on to my number 4 song of the summer. It's called Halfway Up by The Brook in the Bluff. Great song. It's another a lot of the songs I've been listening to this summer are a little bit lower energy, and so this one goes along with that. But it's like the beat is there, and you can really jam out to this song and really feel the highs and the lows there. So yeah, no, it's a quality song. So that's number 4 for me.
Sweet. Number 4 is Level of Concern, 21 Pilots. So there's a couple 21 Pilots songs that I like. I guess this is one of their more recent ones. But I really just I liked the melody and the chorus of this song, and thought it was pretty catchy. I like the lyrics as well. So if you haven't heard it, it's pretty good. We'll go ahead and put that on the Spotify. But yeah, Level of Concern.
Love it. All right, my number 3 song of the summer. It's called. This is my favorite band. They're from. I believe they're from Detroit. They could be suburb of Detroit. I don't remember what city they're exactly from. But quality band, Junior. They came out with this song right before quarantine, like in March, and it's called Good Old Days. It hits you deep because it's like you've been stuck in your house. You haven't had the summer you've been planning. A lot of your plans go out the window, and the song Good Old Days really brings you back to those times when you didn't have to worry about social distancing and canceled plans. So yeah, no, it's good. It's very upbeat and gives you that good summer energy. So that's number 3 for me.
Nice. Yeah, my number 3 is Say So by Doja Cat. So it's not the Nicki Minaj. Absolutely, like stay away from the Nicki Minaj version. It's
Never been a fan of her.
No, like as soon as like you add in Nicki Minaj, it's like minus 50 points. No, but Say So by itself is really good. You can't really understand any of the words because she's kind of mumbling, but it's got a cool beat. My brother and I first heard this after stopping at QT after a tough workout at the cross country course, and we were, drinking like a slushy or something, and the sun was setting, and it really fit the mood. Really was it felt like summer in that moment, and I guess it kind of makes you just feel really summery. I don't really pay attention to the lyrics of that song. I don't really know what she's saying because she's kind of mumbling, like I said. But yeah, Say So.
Yeah, no, I think a lot with a lot of these songs, it's like you're out, it's like 8 o'clock at night, it's golden hour, and you want to listen to a song. It's like this is the playlist that you put on. That I would say that's kind of where we're going with this. And so it's more like a feels playlist. It's not. It's gonna be a really good sunset, golden hour type summer vibes. So, and with that, my number 2 song of the summer, um, it's by a great band, Surfaces. If you haven't heard anything about Surfaces, they've had some songs on the pop radio these days, but I don't listen to that. But um, this song is called Good Day. It's great. It reminds you that today's a good day. Like, we're just out here, we're having a good time, we're living life, and just remember, kind of reminds me just like be thankful for today. Today's a good day. Even if some bad things happen, it's like you can find the good in a day, and especially this summer, it's like you got more time to be with your family and stuff. So today's a good day. So yeah, Good Day is my number 2.
Nice. Yeah, my number 2, Intentions, Justin Bieber and Quavo. So I never really was a fan of Justin Bieber, but until this year, and I first heard this song when I was on mission in March. And there was a guy in my group who's just like really into Justin Bieber and all his songs. He even kind of had the look. He would walk around in like a white hoodie, and it was really kind of unique. And he would always play Justin Bieber, and so I was like, okay, I guess I'll give it another chance. And I ended up really liking this song, and ended up being my number 2 song of the summer. And yeah, I just really, really like it all around for the beat and the lyrics. So yeah, that's my runner-up.
You know what? That's a great one. It's got the good message that you're looking for. Toss a little Quavo in there. It really spices it up. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I like that one, Mike. That's a good call. All right, so my number 1 song of the summer. This song's been around for a while. And you guys might know it, you might not. But definitely worth checking out. It's a great summer song. It's called Lately. It has 3 artists: Forrest, Bisquick, and Rice. So a little bit of interesting artists, but you know what? They really put it together. They have a little office reference to kick off the song, and that really draws an Office fan like myself in. And you know what? It's got all the energy you want for your summer song, and it's a great message, great song. That's going to be on the Spotify playlist, so we'll put that on the Twitter, and that's my number 1 song lately. Mike, the big countdown. What's number 1 for you?
All right, number 1. So this one came out in 2019, but it's been popular for pretty much the whole year and even through the summer. So it's Circles by Post Malone.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like this song. We used to, in the fall, actually listen to this song in my microbiology lab. We were like doing whatever, like streaking plates of like microbes or whatever, and with the Bunsen burners, and we'd have Circles playing in the background. And again, just came back around in the summer, and it's got kind of a low-key beat, but it's one of those songs where, like, even though they play it a lot, I seem to not get tired of it.
Yeah, that's an important factor for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty unique for a song. Because yeah, there's songs it's like, oh, the radio's almost like trying to make me like it, because they're playing.
Yes.
But this is not one of those songs. It's one that I actually I'll turn it up when I see it's playing on the radio, and I really, really like it. So Circles by Post Malone.
Yeah, no, I don't really peg you as a Post Malone guy, but I think that highlights the the like fan friendly aspect of that song. So no, I love that as a number one choice. So all right, so we're gonna kick it over to Easton. Easton, any of those songs jump out at you? You know any of those? Would you put any of those in your top 5? Maybe.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that I think about in my top 5. Level of Concern, that one's up there by 21 Pilots, because it's a pretty good one. And two of the bands you mentioned was Forest and Surfaces.
Yes.
I don't have those 2 songs in my top 5, but I have 2 of their other songs.
Okay, so say that we'll circle back to that at the later segment. But that I'm very intrigued. Very intrigued by that.
Yeah. And then, not a big Justin Bieber fan, but Intentions, I sing that one in the car on my way to work sometimes. I'll admit it.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's a very catchy song, and like honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like there's been a good handful of Justin Bieber songs that I've liked, and that's one of them. It's like he's got this like it's like you can sing along. It's kind of a low key, but it has enough energy to crank up the radio, and that's like what you need in a summer song. So yeah, Justin Bieber's been cranking out some hits lately. So no, that's great. Well, that's gonna wrap up our little top 10 list. But like I said, we're gonna have all this music for you to finish out your summer with our Spotify playlist. So with that, we're gonna take a little break, and we'll be back with our main segment of the night. And so stay tuned. All right, and we are back. This is the Mark and Mike show. So yeah, we're back. This is going to be our main topic of the night, and this is something that I've thought about a lot recently, and I think it's really applicable to pretty much everyone's life at this point. So I saw this quote from Blessed Solanus Casey. He's really cool. He's from Detroit, and he was a Capuchin friar, and now he is going on the path to sainthood, which is really cool and is really great for the city of Detroit, because as you may or may not know, the city of Detroit it's had some rough times. So it's great to see, someone who is going to be a saint coming from Detroit. It's really awesome, and it's really exciting. So but I saw this quote from him recently, and I'd like to share it, and we're just going to talk about it a little bit, and that's going to be our main topic. So he says, "Worry is a weakness from which very few of us are entirely free. We must be on guard against the most insidious enemy of our peace of soul. Instead, let us foster confidence in God and thank him ahead of time for whatever he chooses to send us." And so this got me thinking. It's like, how much time have I spent worrying about what's coming next? Especially since so many things have gotten canceled. I think something that I've really had to, I don't know, something that this quote in particular put in perspective is that, what is our source of peace? And I think for a while, especially when I saw, everything, the things I like to do being canceled, and the uncertainty of the future, just in my day-to-day life, this quote really brought this idea to me that it's like, what is our source of peace? And I think I was trying, especially recently, is like, I'm trying to draw peace from certainty, and I'm trying to draw peace from, trying to draw peace out of myself and be okay with what's going on. And, it comes down to it. And this quote just sums it up so well, is that it's like, the source of peace is not certainty. The source of peace isn't things going back to normal, as far as the pandemic. The source of peace is not any of that. And the source of peace it's not something that I can like foster or drum up from my own self. And that has been so nice to realize, because I don't have to, it makes me not need to worry when you can realize that the true source of peace is the Prince of Peace, is God. And once you realize that, it's really a lot easier to find peace, because he's the source. And if we go to the source, we're going to find peace, rather than trying to create peace for ourselves. It just doesn't work. So yeah, Mike, I don't know, do you have any thoughts about that, or would like to share anything on that?
Yeah, what you said was really quite powerful. And it actually reminded me of Lowe's commercial I've seen recently. So something that Lowe's put out is saying like, safety has always been our priority or something like that. And that's like, it's more than a value, and it's like what we, cherish. But I was thinking about that, and I'm like, safety in the end isn't necessarily the most essential thing. Like, life inherently has risk, and you have to be able to take little leaps of faith. You have to be able to commit not knowing what the outcome is. And that's not safe. Jesus Christ was not safe. He took risks that he knew what he was doing. He knew how it could end up and how it would end up, but he took those risks. And the disciples who followed him did the exact same thing. So realizing that, I think for me, like, I worry a lot. So like, even just like little things like homework assignments, like, what am I gonna wear the next day? What's the weather gonna be? Just so many little things that just weigh you down. And it's all to just have that certainty, like you said. And it's really just annoying. It's like, it's so annoying. And to realize that maybe you don't always need that certainty. Yeah, you want to prepare, but if you're getting to the point where it's like, if I'm not certain about anything, I shut down and I can't do anything, then that's really holding you back from living a saintly life. Because the saints, the martyrs, they weren't safe people. They had faith that what they were going to do, and they had the example of those before them. They had faith that it was going to work out how God told them it was going to work out. But there was no necessarily a guarantee until they, got to heaven or got to where they wanted to be. And so a lot of them took big risks. And for me, yeah, maybe safety, protecting others, that's important, but it can't be the most important thing.
Yeah, no, and I like what you said, Mike, because life is uncertainty. Like you're saying, life is risk. There is, it's so funny, because we try to draw our inner peace from certainty, yet almost everything in our life is uncertain. We can't see the future at all, and it's like we like to, okay, my future is going to be this, and I can, it's very quantified. It's very concrete, and okay, I can feel good about that now. Whereas, that's not really the case. I mean, just think about, I'm 21 years old, and I haven't had to make that many life-altering decisions. But the ones that I did, it's like you just do it, and you don't know if it's going to work out. And I think just talking about this is just such a good thing to talk about, because uncertainty is really, really thrown in our face right now. It's just been such a struggle for a lot of us, myself included, to I don't know, to have so many things canceled and just to not know what even the semester is going to look like. It's like we wait all summer and it's like, okay, we sort of know, but we kind of don't. And it can be really unnerving. And it's like, but now we're going to spend all this effort worrying about it. And there's there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do besides follow the rules and just do it. And so all the effort that we're putting in, trying to figure out like, okay, it's like, oh, is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? How's it going to play out? It's going to play out how it's going to play out. And we're sacrificing our inner peace to certainty. It's like, oh, if I could just be certain about this, I could feel all right. I don't have to worry. But like you're saying, it's like the saints, if you're trying to be a saint, then you're gonna have to face a lot of uncertain things, and be okay with that, and be okay with the risk, and be okay with the I guess just not having just being okay with taking a step of faith. And I think that's what we're all called to do right now, is just take that step. And it's not easy, but when you can attach yourself to the source of peace, it makes it a little easier. It really helps to solidify yourself and to just pass that worry on to him, so that we don't have to struggle with this need for certainty. And so that quote really hit home with me, and really sort of changed my perspective a little bit on the whole just situation of life right now. And because it's like every day it's like, okay, well, check the coronavirus numbers or whatever, and like, oh, is it going down? Like, oh, it needs to go down, it needs to, and it's like, we gotta solve it, or else I can't relax. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. It's like, we should be able to, in times of turmoil, still have that peace. And so I don't know, I think Blessed Solanus Casey really sums it up well. And that's why he's on the path to sainthood, because he hits it right up. He nails it. And it's like, just especially that last part, and I'll just read it again. Instead, let us foster confidence in God and thank him ahead of time. Like, that's faith right there. To thank God ahead of time, you have to trust him, and you have to have faith. And so that's so huge for whatever he chooses to send us. Because it's like, whatever he sends us, we might not like it. It's we're all three of us run track, and we didn't get to run outdoor track this season. But that doesn't mean that, like, we didn't have different opportunities and we couldn't grow from that. We have to thank God for those things that happened instead of that. And that's what he wanted for us in our lives. And, it's really amazing. It's like, if you just think about the blessings you received, that you wouldn't have had if we were able to run track or whatever. And it's so important to think out ahead of time, but also in the moment and after the fact, because there is so much to be thankful for. And that kind of shows your faith, and the depth of your faith. So it's undoubtedly it's a hard time, and it's, you're reminded of it in every commercial, like, oh, in these hard times, like, this is what this company is doing, it's like, and it's like, they're almost just trying to like play up the fact that it's like they know there's so many people that can't find peace, can't not worry. And it's terrible. You can't live your life like that. So this is just really important in my opinion. And so, just leave worry behind, forget about it. And the only way you can do that, and it sounds silly when I say like leave worry behind, but it's like if the only way you can do that is to go to the source of peace. And if you go to the Lord, he's going to be able to give you peace. So yeah, I don't know, Mike, any final thoughts on that?
It brings me back to a song I heard once, and I think it was called like Grace, and the lyrics of the chorus go, "You weren't made to carry such a load. Lay it down, and we can watch it go down the river of grace." And you can lay it down, we can watch it go down the river of grace. So God's grace is sufficient. We need to be okay with letting go. And I think there's been times in the past where I'm like, oh, praying about something that I'm worried about. And it's like, okay, I'm done praying, but I'm still worried. But I realize that's because I didn't let go of it. I'm still in my head trying to figure this out for myself, what it means, what am I going to do next? That's not letting go. You got to, I guess, take that step to say, I'm actually going to let it go. I need to release this from myself. I can't carry this. And recognizing that takes a ton of, humility, because it's like, I want to be able to handle it all myself. I want to take care of it and figure it out. But it's like, Jesus is savior for a reason. We need him as a savior. So we need to have the courage to let it go and put it on him.
Yeah, and I think it's a good point to bring up the fact that it takes courage, because it's such a challenge. We're especially, I think our generation for sure is taught that you have to be able to rely on yourself, and you have to do things for yourself. And it's so hard a lot of the time for us to just let other people help us. And I think that bleeds over into our relationship with God, because we don't want him to have to help us. We want to be able to do it for ourselves. And it's really just, it just makes it harder for us to let go. And when he's the one that can take us to where we need to be, and where can heal from all of the can just take away all that stress and all that peace, and fill it with peace. And yeah, but you're saying it takes courage to let go. And so yeah, no, it's a hard thing, but just that it circles back to that faith. And when we can take that step in faith and just let it go down the river, game changer.
And I'd encourage people, like, practically choose something, like if there's a small worry, like start with that. Like, you know, take the step with a small worry, like try it out, just try it. Like see what happens when you let it go. And take that small step, be like, okay, I'm trying this out, God. Please be there for me. I'm gonna let this go. And then you actually let it go. Okay? And you just try it with something small, see how it works out. I guarantee it's gonna work out good because it's God. He works all things out for the good for those who love him. So start with something small that you'll be able to see the fruits from. That's what I'd encourage you.
Yeah, no, that's excellent advice, Mike. Definitely. So All right, so with that, we're gonna wrap this up, and we're gonna just take a few minutes here and just take a break. But yeah, no, definitely, if you want to talk more about this, I will tweet the quote that I was talking about, and we can talk about it there, or you can message us via the Twitter, or if you know us, you can message us via whatever. But yeah, so we'll take a quick break, and yeah, so thank you. All right, and we are back with our final segment of the night. This is the Mark and Mike show. You can follow us on Twitter. If you made it this far into the video, that's great. And you're not, and if you've made it this far, you're not following us on Twitter. That's an absolute tragedy. So go directly to Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter, that's okay. You could make one though, just to follow the show. It's the Mark and Mike show on Twitter. So if you really enjoy it, go for it. But anyway, so we're back, and we're gonna just. I have a couple questions for the guys here. So my first question, what's something that you guys did as a kid that you didn't really maybe you didn't appreciate it as much as a kid, but you kind of wish you could go back and do it now. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I got one. So I'm from Minnesota, and like central Minnesota, and it's all just farmland. And one thing that I definitely took for granted growing up that I don't do anymore is I used to have, like, you could call them dates with my uncle and his coworkers at his farm. And I would just sit in the semis and like ride along with them, and like I would help them farm. I would just sit in the car and be a nuisance, but I would just like be able to take along with them and like have those like little fun adventures in the semi and at the farm and like feeding the animals. And now it's like, now I got a job, I'm in college, and I don't really get to do that anymore. Like I can't tell you the last time I've been out to the farm, and I just missed the little fun excursions and dates like that I did as a kid.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. I would say that kind of reminds me, like my siblings, they're always going to the lake during the day, and it's a weekday, but they're going to the lake. It's hot out, and it's always like, "Oh, Mark, can you come to the lake?" I'm like, "No, I can't. I have to work."
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say, yeah, I miss that. I mean, like, especially when it's hot out, it's nice to go out there and just splash around or whatever. So yeah, I miss that. I would say another thing that I miss is naps. As a kid, it's like you can take a nap whenever. It's summertime. You're literally not doing anything the whole day. You can sleep in, you can nap, and that's really nice because I've been waking up early this summer, and sometimes, man, it gets to like 2, 3 o'clock, and I am dead tired.
Yeah,
So
like with my little siblings, like they'll take a nap at like 3 o'clock, and they'll wake up at like 4:30, and then have supper. But then no matter what, they'll still be tired and falling asleep at 7:30, even though they just took an hour nap a couple hours ago. So I don't know.
and they will sleep like a rock, like not just like you wake up a little bit, it's like a light sleep. No, it's like they're out cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So Mike, anything you'd like to add there?
Yeah, so I think it's pretty much something I liked to do as a kid. It's more something I don't like to do as I've gotten older. And then email. I don't like checking email. I do it, but I don't like having to go through each day and click through all the spam. Um, and I guess as far as things that I like to do, I feel like I still do a lot of those things. Like I still take naps. Like I'm taking more naps now probably than when I did when I was a little kid. Um, yeah, and then one thing we used to do when we were kids, I guess, we used to play in the woods a lot. Um, and like we'd play Indian and we'd make soup, if you could call it that. And and then we'd like build teepees and stuff. And I mean, I still get to do that a little bit since I run. I get to go into the woods and stuff, but it's not the same because you're not like, pretending like with your siblings or your friends, like that you're in this little world. So I guess I miss
Yeah.
that. I still find ways to, I guess, get out and be around nature, but it's not the same as when I was younger.
Yeah. So is your email you're the type of guy, are you the type of guy that you never have any unopened emails?
Right. Yeah. So like I have to open every email.
Okay.
Like I always click through them. I have to like I don't even let anything sit in my spam. I have to go through. I don't open,
Wow.
but I'll select all of them and I'll delete them all. My brother's got something like 2,000 unread emails. I'm like, how can you do that?
Yeah, I'm the same way, Mike. I can't have any notifications in my emails. Like I go through them all, delete all the spam. I just can't have that number sitting there, unopened ones.
Wow. Yeah. See I'm kind of an outlier, I'd say, because usually there's two types of people. There's one person that has 6,000 unread emails, and then there's the person that has no unread emails. But I'm kind of in the middle. I would say, especially during school, and I've not been as good about this, but I would just go through, and if there were any that I thought were important, I'd read them. Otherwise, I wouldn't, and then the notification would go away, because it doesn't have the little like badge icon where it's telling you how many are unopened. So that's what I would do. But recently, honestly, I really have not been doing that. It's starting to build up. I'll go in there every once in a while just to get rid of the number, because like you guys, like I don't want to see that number. I don't want to see a big number. I don't want to see any number. So I'll go in, but honestly, I haven't been reading any of them. I haven't been deleting them. So it's getting bad. I think part of it is that now I have a work email, so it's like just adds another one on there. It's like now I got to check that. I got to check my personal email. I got to check my school email. It's like, oh man, this is such a hassle. And the thing is, like, if it's the weekend, like I'm not checking email. Like I might get an email, like a personal email. If it's not important, I'm just not gonna check it. I just can't. I don't know. That's the mindset I'm cultivating as I move into the workforce, is that you email me past like 5 p.m. on Friday, that email is not getting checked till 8 a.m. 9 o'clock on Monday. Like, sorry, but no.
No, that's really, I think, unique because I think at least for school and stuff, um I've been trying to like on Sundays not check my email and be like
Hmm.
give it a day, just like rest, like don't look at it, like take today. Um, I'm just it goes back to what we were saying about worry, I guess. Worried that there's something that's going to be majorly important that can't wait till Monday morning, but usually it's like, yeah, it can wait. It's not super pressing.
Yeah, exactly. Like half this stuff, it's like we feel like we have to respond right away, but a lot of times it's like that person doesn't need the response right away, and it's okay to just leave it in the inbox, as I like to do. So, um, but yeah. Also, I wanted to talk about this earlier, but I completely forgot. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to, he was on the show, one of our first guests, Carlo. He's you know, he's really more of a sprinter. But he's taken on the challenge of the 50-mile race. I personally, I'm deeply impressed. This man, he ran 50 seconds for the 400 in February. Um, that's very fast. And so now he's going. He's taking that number and multiplying it by 50 miles, um, multiplying it out to 50 miles. it sounds a little crazy, but he's doing it for a great cause. And he's doing it for the foundation started for one of his friends who took his own life a few years ago. So it's a really great fundraiser. So if you want to donate, I will leave the link in the description of this video. But I just wanted to talk about that for a second because honestly, I'm super impressed. This man, he's not a distance runner, but he's gonna put it all out there for the big 50 miler for his friend, and I just think that's incredibly special and really shows some that's a leap of faith right there, if anything, because we both know, all of us know, this man, he's barely run 50 miles in 1 week. At this point, he has, which a month or so ago he hadn't. So either way, it's going to be a tremendous fundraiser and also a tremendous sacrifice and definitely a leap in faith. So yeah, Carlo, you're the man. If you're listening, if you listen to this, then got the shout out. So, but anyway, so now this is the time of the show you've all been waiting for. I know that maybe you fast forwarded to this because you're just really excited about hearing Easton's top 5 songs of the summer. Because I know I am personally. Easton and I, like I said, we've been going back and forth with music the whole summer, and it's been great. So I'm excited for this. So Easton, take it away. What do you got?
Okay, so I have my top 5, but there's one song that didn't make it that I couldn't leave it out. I couldn't leave it out because of what we talked about earlier.
Honorable mention.
The honorable mention, the one that you actually sent it to me, and it's called You and Me in Honesty, except it's spelled with a U, and then me is MII, like the Wii U and the me character.
Yes.
And it's a little bit of a goofy song. It has like the Wii theme song to it, but it's just a good vibe. It's a nice, clean, upbeat song, and it talks about like Mario Kart, Wii Sports Resort, and like a bunch of other goofy stuff.
Everything we talked about tonight, yeah.
I had to put it in here.
No, that's a great song. That will definitely make it in the playlist. So
yes,
you can look for that. So
anyway.
Yep.
All right. So on to number 5. It's gonna be the song "Jenny" by Perry West. It's not a well-known song at all. I think on Spotify it has like 5,000 plays or something like that. It's actually by a guy who graduated from Franciscan.
Oh.
And yeah, he was in LJ, and it's just one of those songs that you put on when you're having a campfire.
Oh, yes.
So it's like just him and his guitar and maybe a little bit of other musical tune, but like besides that, it's just a nice like authentic song. That's just a nice chill mood.
Okay, yeah, no, that sounds good. That's a good one. Fire me up, Barons.
Yeah. And then for number 4, I got "Keep the Blues Away" by Camp. They're kind of like a folk band, kind of like another song you'd put on at a bonfire.
Yes, definitely.
They have other songs that like go well at the bonfire, but this one I just found it recently, and it's been one that I've been listening to a lot on the way to and from work. Yeah. So then.
Yeah, wait, I've been really digging the I'm digging the cover art for that band. They got some good album covers, so check that out.
Intrigued. And then for number 3, it's a song called Grandpa's Uke. And it's by the band Forest. And it's just Forest, it's one of those like it's a summer vibey band. So like it gets you like in a good summer mood. And then this song's really interesting because it talks about this guy who listened to his grandpa playing the ukulele. And it's just like a nice chill song. That if you didn't catch the mood yet, I've been listening to like a lot of like chill songs this summer.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's just like funny because the ukulele is the first instrument that I learned how to play. And I was,
okay.
yeah. And I was like, that'd be interesting. Like if one day I play the ukulele for my grandkids or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool actually. I didn't know that you could play the ukulele, so maybe we'll have to have you back on the show to give the fans what they truly want, which is ukulele solo.
Just maybe, yeah. Okay, and then for number 2, I have "Learn to Fly" by Surfaces. Quality song. It's very similar to the band Forest, and it's like another summer vibe song. But the one thing I really like about this one is that they have Elton John in the song. And he's an old guy and like made a bunch of great tracks back in the day. And they're probably in their early 20s group of guys just singing away, having fun. And then they bring this old musical legend. So yeah, I like how they decide to mix it up.
Yeah, great collab there. And I think that song is one of their newer ones. It came out, it must have been during the whole like lockdown thing. So yeah, it was really that was exciting to see them putting on some new music during that, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, and then for number 1, it's not a new song. It's actually old, and it's a remix. And it's "You've Got a Friend in Me," the one from Toy Story, except it is featuring Rex Orange County, or Rex.
Oh.
Yeah, and I really like listening to Rex. And then Toy Story, that's out of all the movie sequels that have ever come out, that's my favorite sequel of movies, is the Toy Story 2, 3, and 4. So yeah, it's like a little nostalgic listening to them. And if I need a song to like cheer me up in the shower and just sing in the shower, that's the song that's going on, and I'll sing every word to it.
Yeah, no, he's got such a great like I don't know, the sound of his music is so good. So yeah, no, that's a quality song right there. And great choice for number 1. Love the sentimental value. So there you have it, folks. There's Easton's top 5, and all those songs, including a few others that I had written down, will be included in the Spotify Mark and Mike Show Summer Hits playlist. So get ready for that. You'll see it on Twitter pretty soon. Honestly, it'll probably be up before the video. Maybe we'll see. But anyway, that's it. That's what we got for tonight. So, yeah, if you want to discuss any of your summer hits, hit us up on the Twitter for sure. And yeah, let us know. With that, Mike, send us out.
All right, let's close in a quick prayer. In the Father and Son and Holy Spirit. All glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.
Amen, folks. And all right, so there you have it. If you made it to this far of the video, please drop a comment. Let's get the YouTube comment section going. Drop your top 5 of the summer if you want. If we like it, maybe we'll add it to the playlist. I mean, why not? So just let us know. Let us know what's happening. Yeah, if you want to comment on any of the stuff we talked about in this, and make sure to check out Carlo. I retweeted his the link to donate for the foundation. So yeah, check out Carlo's thing, comment on the YouTube video, hit us up on Twitter, the Mark and Mike Show. So thanks everybody, and have a great night.
Easton?